Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandor Gaming, and we got some big Yu-Gi-Oh! News revealed today. The brand new Raizeiol archetype that is part of the next deck build set has just been revealed. We know every card in the set besides one. They like to do that, so if you don't know, every deck build set comes with 3 different archetypes. We get revealed what the 3 archetypes are, but we don't know anything about them. Then they reveal every card, any archetype but one. And then once the set's really close, we then get the last card revealed for each archetype, and we see if the archetype's going to be good or not. So this is Raziel. This is the one I was most excited for on the artwork, just because it's a machine archetype and it looked really cool. And it was a machine thunder to be exact, and I thought it has huge potential. But let's read these guys and see if they're any good. So first things first, we have Sword Raziel. It's a level 4 fire thunder effect monster. 1500 attack, 200 defense. You can only spell summon this card with its first name's effects once per turn. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. If you have a Raziel monster on your field or in grave, spell summon this card from your hand. If this card is spell summoned this way, you can't spell summon the rest of the turn except rank 4 XYZ monsters. So that's a huge restriction. Basically saying, hey, once you spell summon this fucker from the hand, you are locked into rank 4s only. Not just XYZs, specifically rank 4s. So that means you do not play any rank up cards. You don't play any links, synchros, fusions, whatever. You're just making rank 4s in this deck, which definitely kills the viability of this deck being splashable in other archetypes. Because my idea was, oh, it's a machine archetype that's based on level 4s. You might play it in like ABCs or something. But ABCs, of course, is a fusion link deck. And this guy's saying, hey, you are stuck into rank 4 XYZ. So let's keep going. Its second effect is, if this card is normal or spell summon, add 1 light pyro monster from your deck to hand. That's pretty cool. It just basically adds a light pyro. I'm guessing that's what the entire archetype is. They're light pyro monsters. Really interesting. Let's keep going. Next, we have level 4 fire fiend effect monster Node Raizeiol. 1400 attack, 1600 defense. You can only spell summon this card with its first name once per turn. You can only use the second effect of this card once per turn. If you have an XYZ monster on your field or in grave, spell summon this card from your hand. If this card is spell summoned this way, you can't spell summon for the action deck for the rest of the turn except rank 4 monsters. You can send 1 card from your hand or field to grave. Target 1 Raziel monster in your graveyard except himself. Spell summon defense position, but its effects are negated. So that's a pretty good extender. So far, these are just really generic level 4 extenders, but you are locked into rank 4, so you gotta keep that in mind. Next, we have Ice Raziel. This is a level 4 light pyro effect monster, so I guess this is our first light pyro. Attack is 1700 defense. Oh wait, what am I saying? Attack is 1700, its defense is 1000. You can only spell summon this card's first and second effect once per turn. You can spell summon this card from your hand by sending 1 card from your hand or field to grave. If this card is spell summoned this way, you're locked into rank 4s. If this card is normal summoned, you can spell summon 1 Raziel monster from your deck except Ice Raziel. So that's actually pretty cool. So it looks like Ice Raziel summons anything from deck on special or normal. Noble Raziel basically reborns anything, which is really cool. And Sword Raziel basically allows you to spell summon itself as a free one and search out the light one, which is really cool. So they're really cool. They just keep extending themselves. Next, we have X Raziel. Level 4 light pyro effect monster, 500 attack, 2000 defense. You can only spell summon this card with its first name once per turn. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. You can spell summon this card from your hand by sending 1 XYZ monster from your extra deck to grave. If this card is spell summoned this way, you can't spell summon the rest of the turn except rank 4s. If this card is normal spell summon, all face-up monsters you control or levels slash rank 4 monsters, you can add one Thunder monster from your deck to hand. So I guess this is the other add-on. So X Raizeiol searches all the Thunder types, and the other one searches the Light types. Really, really interesting. Is the other one's Thunder? Yeah, they're all Thunders. Okay. Oh, actually, no, some of them are Pyros. So the Light monsters are Light Pyros, and the Thunders are Fire Thunders. Okay. So we have two different ways to search. Really, really cool. Really interesting. That's some real consistency. Next, we have Pam Raziel, level 4, level 4, Fire, Thunder, Spider Summon this effect. Attack and defense is 1224. Same restrictions as they all do, that can't be normal slash set, must be summon from your hand by shuffling a Raziel monster from your hand or graveyard, or deck or extra deck. Interesting. You're locked into rank 4s. Once a turn, if this card battles an opponent's monster, during damage calculation, you can send one level 4 from your hand or deck to grave. And if you do, this card gains attack equal to the monsters until the end of the battle phase. So, that's pretty interesting, this one. So, yes, it has the same lock as the rank 4 locks, but it doesn't really do anything else. It just says once a turn, if this card battles an opponent's monster, send a Foolish Burial level 4 from your hand to grave, and then it gains attack equal to the opponent's monsters until the end of the battle phase. This one I think is the worst of the bunch. It seems cool. This is Pamela or Palma Raziel. I thought it have a really cool effect. I just reshuffle one back from the extra deck or deck basically reshuffles it back into the deck, which is pretty cool as a special summoning mechanic. But I don't know, it doesn't have anything else besides, hey, I'm just another extender. So out of all of them, this is probably the worst one. Let's keep going. This is Raziel Dual Drive, rank 4 Fire Thunder XYZ, effect type, 2500 attack, 2000 defense. Materials are 2+ level 4 monsters. Can only use the first effect and the third effect of this card once a turn. If this card is spell summon, attach one Raziel monster from your graveyard to this card's material. For each material attached to this card, monsters you control gain 100 attack. Also, your opponent's monsters lose 100 attack. And during your main phase, you can detach 2 materials from this monster. And if you do, add 2 Raziel cards with different names to your deck to hand. So this looks like your play starter. You want to basically rank into this. Not rank into this. I'm going to say you want to XYZ into this guy with your first 2 level 4s. Detach both materials. And then start searching out the other ones. This will then extend themselves. So overall, that seems pretty good. Next we have Raziel Natter. Rank 4 Light Pyro XYZ. 3000 attack, 2500 defense. Materials are 2+ level 4 Raziel monsters. You only use the first and third effect of this card once a turn. If this card is spell summon, you can attach one monster from your graveyard to this card's material. When your opponent activates a card effect, quick effect, detach one material from this card. Target one card on the field, destroy it. And then its third effect is, if a XYZ monster you control would be destroyed by all card effects, detach one material from this card instead. So the second effect is not once per turn. So depending on how many materials you have on this guy, you can just keep detaching material from this card and then keep targeting popping cards on the field. So let's say you put like 5 materials on this dude. This guy's like 5 pops. That's actually kind of crazy. And if this card would ever die, it just loses one of the pops it would have. That's pretty fucking good, actually. Next, we have Raziel Plugin. This is a quick play spell. You can only activate the first card's name once per turn. Target one XYZ or Raziel monster in your graveyard or banishment. Spell summon it when you can attach one Raziel card from your deck to your rank 4 XYZ monster's material. Also, you can't declare attacks the rest of the turn except rank 4 XYZ monsters. Pretty solid quick play. Basically saying, hey, you're giving extra material to a rank 4, so you basically get more pops. Interesting card. And then we have a new trap card, Raizeiol Hole Fluster. Can only use the first and second of its effect of this card once per turn. Target face-up cards your opponent controls up to a number of Raizeiol X or Z monsters you control, which is basically 2. Destroy them. Then you can attach one Raizeiol monster from your graveyard to a rank 4 XYZ monster as material. That's pretty insane. You can banish this card from your graveyard immediately after this card resolves. XYZ summon using monsters you control, including Raizeiol monsters. So this archetype XYZ summons on your opponent's turn. That's really, really good. Basically, you can make anything in this deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard immediately after this results. XYZ summon using monsters you control, including a Raizeiol monster. So I see some huge potential with this archetype. Basically, here's some combos I'm thinking of. You can climb into the first 2 XYZs, and I will say this. I wish Dispel and Trap were searchable, because none of the monsters seem to search it. They search out each other, which is really, really cool. Like, for example, Ice Raizeiol, I believe, searches out all the... although the Ice Raizeiol summons from deck. It doesn't search shit. On normal summon, you can special summon any Raizeiol monster except himself, which is cool. But then the other one, I think, searches out any of the Pyros, and then the other one after that searches any of the Thunders. That seems pretty interesting, ultimately. I think it has huge potential. I can definitely see using this XYZ system for this trap card for some nasty things. I can see you popping the field, and then if you have 2 materials on field, ranking up into, like, for example, a Babushka on your opponent's turn and just Babushkaing the shit out of them after you use all your pops. And that would be a devastating little combo. I can also see this deck playing Trap Trick Rafflesia, just because there's not enough main deck cards if you play 3 of everything. And since you're already playing this trap card, I can see you playing like a little Trap Tricks engine where you play a couple bottomless cards. And then, hey, you just make a rank 4 into Rafflesia. Rafflesia can then just be another interruption for you. Again, I can see you XYZ into Babushka on your opponent's turn, which is pretty cool. Tornado Dragon's probably pretty decent. And Time Fee for Doer. I can definitely see a Time Fee for Doer engine in this deck. But, yeah, that's basically it. It's interesting. I had to re-look at all the rank 4s we had to see if there's anything good. But overall, I think the biggest thing holding this deck back is really it's just rank 4 restriction. That is a really tough restriction. We'll just have to see. But I hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. See you on the next one, and bye-bye.